Hey everyone, welcome to another English grammar lesson. Today we're going to be diving into our third and final installment of our THAMO conjunctions mini-series. So go catch up if you haven't. Okay, so in our first video of the series, we talked about how to use THAMO conjunctions at the beginning of a new sentence. And then in our second video, we talked about how to use them in the middle of a new sentence. Well, today, we're going to be talking about how to use THAMOs at the end of a new sentence. And then, finally, we're going to do some real, hands-on practice problems. Okay, so putting a THAMO at the end of a sentence is actually really easy. You just, do it. You've just got to make sure that the comma is in the right place. So like this. I like water. I don't like milk, comma, however. Or this. I lost my ticket. I wasn't allowed in, comma, therefore. Or maybe this. You need to bring an umbrella. You might get wet otherwise. So all you've got to do is move it to the end and remember the comma. So now we've got all three ways, right? So let's review. To start a new sentence with a THAMO conjunction, you might have something like this. I like warm weather. However, comma, I don't like cold weather. And then to move that THAMO to the middle, we might have something like this. I like warm weather. I don't, comma, however, comma, like cold weather. And finally, to move the THAMO to the end of the new sentence, we might have something like this. I like warm weather. I don't like cold weather, comma, however. So if the THAMO is at the beginning of a new sentence, we put a comma after it. If it's in the middle of a new sentence, we put commas on both sides, and if it's at the end, we simply put a comma before it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you two examples, and for each example, I'm going to give you the THAMO at the start of the second sentence. And you need to decide how to put that same THAMO in the middle and then at the end of that very same sentence. Let's give it a shot. James grilled the chicken. Meanwhile, comma, Jenny cooked the vegetables. Okay, so where would I move this THAMO to put it in more of a middle position of the sentence? Answer is right here. James grilled the chicken. Jenny, meanwhile, cooked the vegetables. And of course, do not forget your commas. Where do they go when the THAMO is in the middle of the sentence? That's right, both sides. Okay, now I want you to put the same conjunction at the end of the second sentence. James grilled the chicken. Jenny cooked the vegetables, meanwhile. And the comma? Boom, right here. All right, last one. He's good at science. However, comma, he's not very good at math. Okay, let's move that THAMO to the middle. Where exactly would it go? Give yourself a point if you said, he's good at science. He's not, however, very good at math. Okay, so now where do the commas go? Should have said both sides. All right, now let's move it to the end. He's good at science. He's not very good at math, however. And the comma? Awesome. Right here. Cool. Well, that wraps up our three-part series on THAMO conjunctions. Whether you came here for a refresher or are just now learning this stuff for the first time, I hope this video helped. Be sure to check out the free practice down in the description, and we'll see you next time.